Negro Diabolical Max, what's up with y'all? How you doing? Negro Diabolical Max, what's up with y'all? You going to jail now? That's what we're here to talk about today. Do you believe that Umar is going to jail? We're gonna watch some of these Jones where they talking about he might have got arrested. We don't know for sure. Whoever made this Spooderman shit is going to hell. And I'm going right with them because I was cracking the fuck up. Pro Winters, peace and welcome. Y'all ever see this Spooderman shit in the Spooder Avengers? Oh my god. Whoever made that shit is going to hell. And I'm going right behind them because I can't stop watching it. Oh, breaks the silence on. No. Let me shut this door. Ooh, got a lot of wrinkles out. Put it in there one more time. Whoever made this Spooderman shit, going to hell. Let me shut this door. Yeah. Y'all like my Biggie Small shirt? It was all a dream. I got it from Walmart. I like my Biggie Small shirt. My Bulldog Smalls shirt. Well, your what? My noodles. Your noodles? I ain't got your noodles, nigga. Somebody got my noodles. Bye. Running up on me for some noodles, nigga. I'll punch you in your mouth. I'm about to put you in the nuts in your stomach. I'll punch you in the nuts. No, I'll punch you. I'll punch you in the nuts. I'm gonna punch you. All right. Well, when I'm done, we'll see about that. Where's Steve? What happened? Oh, wait. You covering how Hassan is mad at Charleston White for speaking to kids. Oh, no, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that, but we can check it out right now. I needed a little something else to put onto this, too. But back to what I was saying. Whoever made that Spooderman shit is going to hell, and I'm going to hell right along with it. Yeah, I heard Charlie Kirk got unalived today. Wasn't that the racist conservative dude? Could have sworn he was the racist conservative dude. If it is, good fucking riddance. No, I can't say that because he does have family that could be innocent. So I can't say that. At least not public. At least not publicly. Well, yeah, we can check this Hassan Campbell thing out real quick. Little something. He's just trying to, whenever Charleston White goes viral, he tries to jump in there. This is his MO, though. This is Hassan Campbell's MO. His numbers have been dropping terribly. That's why I don't even look in his direction anymore. You don't even pop up on my timeline. I don't even watch this motherfucker. But we can check it out. Whenever Charleston White goes viral, he tries to attach himself to the viral moment and with fake outrage and shit like that. But yeah, we can check this out. Hey, Mr. Judge, this is another motherfucker you need to watch. He's another fraud. He did something worse than what Umar did. He pretended to be a molestation victim in order to gain popularity and get donations. This is another guy you need to do some research on. Mr. Judge. He said he was molested by Africa Bambaataa with no proof or evidence that he was molested by Africa Bambaataa. Comes to find out, it was a full-blown relationship. There is no proof or evidence that he was ever around this man as a child, but there's proof and evidence that he was around him as an adult. But let's see what he's talking about. We gonna see what he's talking about. Make sure y'all hit that like button. T-Bone Balone, what's up with you? Chris, what's up with you? Yeah, he's another grifter too. He one minute he's the illest gorilla killer from Bronx River. Next minute he's a victim. Next minute he's the biggest gangster in the world. The next minute he's a revolutionary. This motherfucker don't know what he want to be. But let's hear what he got to say. Oh shit, we back to the 10 that the size 10 fitteds. Back to the size 10 fitted hats.
Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
I gotta fight because I ain't got time to debate because this is what happens. We go back and forth. The old man say two black people don't have no business hanging with each other. Why? Because all they're gonna do is argue and squabble. When they get through arguing, squabbling, and debate, they ain't gonna build nothing. They're not gonna produce nothing. They're not gonna manufacture nothing. They're not gonna create nothing. So why you talk to black people? We're not arguing, Mr. White. We need plans. We need resources. And that's what we need alternatives. We're not coming with alternatives to debate. Let's go. All y'all debating for. All y'all debating for. Get some goddamn money. Y'all want to debate? Y'all gotta listen. Y'all got an educated scholar, college educated nigga talking street talk, criminal talk. I wasted my time. Most educated game, not a goddamn thing, nothing. I thought I was talking to children. I'm arguing with adults.
Wait, ain't this a college that he at? Sir, everybody there is 18 and up. Ain't no kids there. I mean, kids to us. But according to the law, ain't no kids in there. According to the law. Ain't everybody in that motherfucker is 18 and up. Where the kids at? These is adults. But whatever.
From your people. Why are you walking away? Down by my people. Mr. White. The white people. I don't give a damn about my people.
Come on, you right there, bro. You right here. Charles.
They wasted my time.
Why his shirt so young?
They wasted my motherfucker. Damn, man. My people. Y'all don't even care about y'all people. Go talk to your grandmama then.
We were so happy about systematic racism.
They wasted my time. I don't believe in racism.
Get that card to Mr. White, big dog.
I don't believe in man. I don't believe in
God bless y'all, man.
You too.
Man, I don't give a damn about no ACU. I went to a white school.
Well, what happened? And you're now at HBCU.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, if you went to a white school, you don't give a damn about it? Why are you there trying to talk to the kids? You see how he flip-flops? He's a flip-flopping ass nigga, yo. He's definitely a flip-flopper. If you don't give a damn about the HBCUs, why are you there talking? What do you? He just showed. I'm glad he did this because he just showed his true colors. Well, he shows his true colors every goddamn day. I don't know how people keep booking him. You King Edo waltz out with you. But nigga, you see how he flip flops? He'll be on your side one day, and he did. Prime example, Little Woody. Hanging with Little Woody. He a killer. He this. Don't nobody fuck with Woody. He done did that, and he done did that. Soon Little Woody don't want to do what he want. Oh, he a snitch. Fuck Little Woody and his crippled baby and all this other shit. He's a flip flopper. Wishy-washy. That nigga ain't got no fucking loyalty to nothing or nobody. He ain't even not even loyal to his wife. Supposed to be the most important person in his life. I bet you he'll turn on his kids for a couple dollars.
Well, why are you here?
Because they brought me here by mistake. Hey, bro. I didn't know I was coming.
You didn't have to come.
I didn't know I was coming. I didn't know I was coming.
Damn, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Wait, they brought you here by mistake, but you still a grown man. You still had the choice not. I mean, for somebody who doesn't care about HBCUs, if I didn't care about them and somebody brought me here by mistake, I'm not going to get up there and speak. Flip-flopping and shit. Did the flip-flop thing on me. Just like a whole I knew back in 62. But I know I'm not going to go up there talking to the, if I don't give a damn about them, I'm not, what am I doing there? Why you got me here? Get me out of here. You wanted to go there. Nigga, you knew you was going there. They brought me here by mistake. Get the fuck out of here. You knew when they didn't make that right turn on Albuquerque. What Bugs Bunny used to say, I knew I should have made that left on Albuquerque. You knew when you didn't make that left turn on Albuquerque that you was going the wrong way. Nobody want to hear that shit. You knew you was going there. I'm not muted. You need to turn up your phone. Hold on. I know I ain't muted. Hold on. I'm not muted. You wanted to go there. Yeah, I'm not muted. You gotta turn up your phone. You might have turned your phone down by accident.
You over here, bro.
Let me start off by saying this, right? I hate when people be calling me a clout chaser.
You are.
Or saying that I'm jealous of Charleston White.
You are.
When I was one of the main platforms pushing him, when y'all didn't even know who this man was.
Here we go. Start making it about itself. Here we go. This is why I stopped. It's the same song and dance every single video. Every time you talk about Charleston, I was the main one pushing him. Nigga, you try to jump on the fucking bandwagon, and then when you realize you couldn't benefit from the bandwagon, you turned on him, my nigga. When you really, it was the same play. You run the same play. You get next to a nigga. When you can't benefit off of them, you think it's more lucrative to go back and forth with that person. And you thought going back and forth with Charleston White would be beneficial to you, and it wasn't. And now you want to do the, I made Charleston White. Nigga, no, you didn't. The nigga was already on YouTube. Everybody already knew who the fuck he was before you ever try to jump on the bandwagon.
See, y'all have amnesia. Y'all don't realize in the beginning on YouTube, me and Charleston White was doing shows back to back to back where I was the big dog.
So the fuck, y'all did 2 fucking live streams together. Now it's back to back to back. Y'all did 2 live streams together. 2. That's not back to back to back. What are you talking about? This nigga, yo, he exaggerates his time with Charleston White every single time he brings this man up, he exaggerates more and more and more. This story is evolving.
Pushing and promoting him. And let me say this. Never in a million years, I mean, there was always something about Charleston White I never trusted. But I listened to Lily, and this is why I told myself, never listen to people, never go against your gut feeling.
Nigga, you are almost 50 years old. Come on, and you're blaming it on your baby mom, your wife. You said the same thing about everybody else. Well, I knew something was wrong with them. But I listen to this person and I listen to that person. If you're 50 fucking years old, if you don't like somebody, you don't try to align yourself with them. You thought it was lucrative to align yourself with the man, and when you couldn't get nothing off of his bandwagon, you turned on him. You was defending this man talking about raping women. I got the video. Oh, it's a character. There's a character. And then flipped on him for that same reason. Weirdo.
My gut feeling told me that something wasn't right about this dude. But no, I did my research and he was working with the kids and he was this. And I'm listening to this. I'm listening to her. All right, I'm going to take her word for it. But something kept telling me, nah.
Oh, my God.
I was the first person that said to the world that Charleston White was in character. I gave him that excuse.
Oh, my.
When he kept showing.
You gave him that excuse. I quit. Chris, I mean, Pro Winters, do I really gotta listen to this bullshit? Now he gave him the excuse of Charleston White. Charleston White was saying it was a character well before he even knew who the hell you was. Now you gave him the excuse. This nigga take credit for everything. Yo, don't align yourself with Hassan Campbell. You could be the most popular person in the world years before you know this nigga, and you do one live stream with this nigga, and he'll take credit for your whole career.
That the devil is a lie. And he is actually absolutely a devil. Never.
And you're not. Y'all are two sides of the same fucked up coin.
A million years would I have thought Charleston White would talk to our college kids like this.
Kids?
I mean,
these grown ass people.
These are the kids that made mommy and daddy proud. These are the kids that made mommy and daddy proud. That's how you talk to them? That's how you treating them? These are not the gangbangers. These are not the ones that went to jail. So
is this man serious? Is he really serious right now? I ain't seen not one kid on that video. Everybody on that video was 18 and up. Where are the kids at? I mean, we do get, once you get like 30 and up, you do consider like 18-year-old kids. But by law, these are grown, these are adults. They can handle it. You're not talking to kids like that. Yeah, it was wrong that he just said all that. But your excuse is fucking stupid, bro. Your excuse to go out of him is just fucking stupid. You could have picked a better excuse than that. This is how you know that he just want a reason to try to shit on Charleston. His excuses for doing it don't make sense. They never make sense.
So you telling me, and you want us to believe that you fought to free the young man that dropped all them people for Boosie, but the kids that ain't never dropped nothing, they picked the book up, they read it, and now they on a path in a quest of knowledge, trying to fulfill the American dream and trying to make their parents proud of them. And you talk to them kids like that? It's heartbreaking.
Nigga, how many colleges have you gone out and spoken to? How many kids have you saved? How many? Nigga, we don't never see you get off that couch and got a nerve to judge a nigga that's actually going out there talking to the kids. Whether he talked to them bad or not, he's still talking to them. When the fuck you ever get up off that couch? When you ever go to a college and talking about, oh wait, don't know college want you to come. When you ever do any of this shit? Oh wait, my bad, don't nobody want you to. You're jealous, my nigga. You're jealous. We should have replaced Charleston White with you. You would have said something. At least Charleston White has some type of knowledge. You just plain remedial.
Because a big part of me had a lot of so much love and admiration for Charleston White. So y'all can't tell me that I can't tell y'all he let me down. Y'all didn't help that nigga get to where he's at. I did.
What?
And it's not a good feeling to see him, what he's becoming. The monster that he's becoming. We talking about a dude. When Charleston White got on this internet, he was one of the dustiest dudes. Besides Zip with the Drip, Charleston White was the dustiest dude on the internet.
Are you fucking serious? Hold up. Hold up. Let me show y'all something. He said they were the dustiest dudes on the internet? You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that, Pissy Poppy. I don't think that was a good idea. Hassan Campbell, Sonetta. Hold on. Hold on. I beg to differ. That they was the dustiest niggas on the internet. How many times do we gotta keep going back to this? Nigga. Is that a crew neck, a V-neck, or an oval neck? I don't know what the fuck you got on. You got on that's not a knife. This is a knife hat. You got a Crocodile Dundee bucket hat on, and you had on Mexican Jordans. Straight from Canal Street. He said the dustiest dude. Put it up full mass. This nigga him got a nerve to call somebody the dustiest nigga on the internet. Look at your hair. It's unkept. You look like you're sleeping on the street. Look, watch when he moves his hand.
They keep on running their mouth.
Bro, the collar on your shirt is drunker than what you get when you have them drunk rants. That is the drunkest collar I have ever seen in my life. And you got the bucket hat with the straps. The bucket hat with the string. That's not a knife. This is a knife. How dare you sit here? The door is open. What do you want? What do you want? Bro, what are you talking about? How dare you? Charleston White had way, but this was Charleston White when he first came to the internet. Charleston White. This is Charleston White when he first came to the internet. All right, bye-bye. This was Charleston White when he first came to the internet. That looks a lot better than what the fuck you was wearing. A whole lot better than what the fuck you was wearing. I'll take that outfit any day over that drunk ass collar and that Crocodile Dundee. You better be quiet. That man's a fucking national treasure. You ever watch Tropic Thunder? Yeah. All right, you pump the brakes, kid. That man's a fucking national treasure. Now I want to watch Tropical Thunder. But look here. Look at him. This the nigga that just said He was the dustiest nigga on the internet. But let's get back to it because we got to get back to our topic. I don't know why I even bothered even listening to this shit because I knew exactly what the fuck he was going to say.
And right in front of your eyes, that nigga watched, mimicked, saw my style. Now all of a sudden he got jewelry on his neck, jewelry on his wrist, rings on all his fingers the way I wear mine.
Oh my God! Now he trying to dress like you. Don't nobody want to dress like you, nigga. You don't match. You don't match. Nothing. You don't know how to dress. Why would anybody want to dress like you, pissy poppy? I assure you that nobody on the internet wants to dress like you. You cannot dress. I don't know how your wife let you walk out the door wearing half the shit you be wearing. Charleston White is wearing name brand shit. You are butthurt that his jewelry is real. Your shit is fake. You already admitted that your shit was fake. How he's stealing your style? He's wearing real jewelry. How he's stealing your style? He actually matches. Wearing rings and I wear. First it was he stole your style on your topics. Now he stole your style wearing jewelry, bro. You reaching. You just keep reaching. You like a kid. You like a kid in on Halloween where they tell them take one candy. They leave the bucket outside and they say take one candy. But that one kid, they just keep reaching back for more. That's you right there, boy.
Get you some money? Yes, we need money to push our economy in the black community. We definitely need money to get our resources, get our land back, get our 40 acres in a mule. But money ain't everything.
Oh my God.
Some things money can't buy, and integrity is one of them. I don't care about how much role playing and how much.
Did this nigga just say integrity? Hold on, because my speaker's low. I want to make sure I heard that correct.
Some things money can't buy, and integrity is one of them.
Do you not hear what you just said? You said that you gave him the excuse. See, you fucked yourself with your own words. You gave him the excuse of being a character. So when he was going around claiming he great white women and some women need to be great and Asian babies need to be great, you defended him. You said it was a character. Today, you just said you're the one who gave him the excuse. You just fucked yourself with your own words. So where was the integrity when this man was going around talking about raping all these women? And you were defending him saying it was a character. Out your own mouth in this very video, you said you gave him the excuse. Shut the fuck up, dog. You're not too smart at all. You're not very bright. I think you should shut up. On a lot of topics, you just need to shut the fuck up. I think you need to leave the Charles situation alone. You put your foot in your mouth every single time. How many times that's what you want? You want him to respond and give you a couple views. I don't think he's going to do it this time. He's already said everything he needs to say to you. What you're trying to do is latch on to his viral moment, like you always do. Every time Charleston goes viral, you do the same song again. I'm the one who promoted him, and he stole my style. And bro, don't nobody care. Even if he did, he's better than you at it. That's what. Listen here, Mr. Busy Poppy. Whether he did or did not take your style, nobody cares. The only thing that matters is he's better than you. That's why he continues to keep going viral. I don't like it, but hey, it is what it is. He's better than you.
I don't care about how much role
make sure I hit that like
and
button.
how much a nigga pretend to be in character. A man with integrity is never gonna compromise his integrity and throw his integrity in the garbage.
Says the nigga that lied about being molested and ruined a man's life for having a gay relationship with you. This is the man who's talking about integrity. A man who came to the internet, watched other kids be allegedly molested for years, and then when he couldn't get no money from them, came to the internet and outed him. So much integrity. Says a man who defended a man that was going around, the same man that he's talking about right now, defended him, talking about going around raping women, and Chinese babies need. This man said Chinese Asian babies need to be, you know what, and you defended that shit. Don't talk about integrity, my nigga. You ain't got no integrity. You can't even spell the word integrity.
Not even for fame. Because once you can play that game,
Oh,
you already done went through the door.
He got no integrity enough to match.
And all money ain't good money. In the Bible, it says it's easier for a camel to get through the eye of the needle.
Nigga, you Muslim. Like you claim you Muslim and you quoting Bible verses? Bro, I'm not listening to this shit anymore. I'm sorry. I'm getting to my main topic. I wanted to listen. I can't do it. I listened to it enough. For Winters, I'm sorry. I can't listen to this motherfucker no more. I can't. Everything he's saying is a contradiction.
Than it is for a rich person to get into paradise. And now we see why. Because there's certain things that you do that will make God close the pearly gates on you. I want y'all to keep in mind, you can get all the money that you want to in this world, but your bank account here stays here. Once you hit that grave and you go to the afterlife, you ain't taking nothing with you but your book of deeds. Are you willing to bargain with your soul? The devil is a liar. He can give you this world, but he can't give you the afterlife. And the funny part about it is, with most celebrities, if you really, really pay attention to them, the ones that you think is filthy, filthy rich, no, this satanic empire will give you 15 minutes of fame and then strip it all away from you and watch you get desperate to get every dollar back.
You mean the same empire that you gave your ass up for? The same exact empire that you tried to get into and gave your ass up for. You only butthurt because you gave your ass up and ain't getting nothing out of it. I guarantee you, if Dan Biden would have put you on, you'd have been still winning, giving that ass up. The only reason why you not is because he didn't want you no more. We don't want to hear that shit. You keep talking about this industry and you need to find a new fucking topic, bro. Because ain't nobody listening to you.
Austin White is a disgrace. And the sad part about it is,
blame
there's going to come a time,
Mr. Switchy,
in the future where there is going to be good people that's going to step up to be leaders and role models. And because of dudes like Charleston White, Black Lives Matter, Brother Polite, Tazariak, yeah, I said it. And stay tuned because I got a video coming about him, these false prophets. Tazariak.
Wow. You going to come at Tazariak? But Tazariak was the one that called the meeting. Yo, see, this is what I mean. Flip flop with Tazariak was the one standing out there next to it. Now Tazariak did look like he ain't believe that nigga no more. But Tazariak was the one that called the fuck, one of the people that called that press conference that got you put on. Now he's a false prophet. And you got a nerve to talk about integrity? Oh yeah, I'm done. Let's go to the next video. I can't listen to this buffoon no more. I cannot listen to this fucking buffoon no more. All right.
Dr. Umar Johnson has been lying to you and
all right, so next topic. Do you think Umar Johnson is going to jail? Do you think the FBI really came to him and that's why he said the bank account froze? I don't know. But we're going to watch a couple videos to see the information. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. All right. So
stealing money from the black community for years now.
I'm gracious, but I'm not content because I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000.
Get that cash app. Let me see who on the cash app. Where them donations at?
This man is cooked, y'all. From claiming to be Frederick Douglass's descendant.
the fact that he sat in his car and said, "Where them donations at? I don't see nothing. Y'all got a lot to give me." Nigga, what?
Dr. Umar Johnson has managed to raise over $1.6 million for a school that never opened. But sometimes,
I think it's more than that.
millions just isn't enough. Not if you want to become the self-proclaimed prince of Pan-Africanism. The things he does are so calculated, so perfectly designed to manipulate black consciousness to a point where it makes us question everything. Can you imagine falling for this pitch year after year? The man who claims to fight for our children while taking our money and delivering nothing. Dr. Umar is what every scammer wishes they could be: charismatic, convincing, and wrapped in the flag of black liberation. People are saying he's more.
I ain't even gonna lie. If I was a scammer, Dr. Umar would definitely be the Martin Luther King of it. He would definitely be my idol or role model if I was a scamming ass nigga. I'm gonna keep it a bean. If I was a scammer, he would be the scam Jesus. They gonna write, the scammers are gonna write books about this nigga. I bet you they got a scam Bible, and he is the Jesus H. Christ of that Bible. Because he finessed for a while. Him, Al Sharpton, all the motherfuckers. Jesse Jackson, all the motherfuckers is going in that Bible. And he's going down as the greatest. He is the MJ of scamming. I gotta give him that.
Con artist than educator at this point. But now, his strategy has completely backfired. It turns out people are not buying it anymore. DNA tests proved he lied about being Frederick Douglass's descendant. GoFundMe shut down his campaign and refunded $375,989 to donors. PayPal froze over $100,000 in donations. The Pennsylvania Psychology Board investigated him for practicing without proper licensing. His school building is being auctioned off for $76,000 in unpaid bills.
See, that's the thing about it, Mr. Switchy. There are old white folks complaining about it. I just saw a channel with this middle-aged white lady was complaining about it. It was definitely. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah, you wasn't here. You wasn't here yet. Well, you didn't get in the chat when I said it. When I said it yesterday, I said when I saw white folks doing videos on it, that's when I knew the jig is up.
And if you spend any time on Black Twitter, you know the comments are a hot mess. He's been lying about everything, made fake property inspection videos, staged a polygamous wedding for publicity, and even tried to sell lunch dates for donations. This is the story of how the prince of...
Yo, that is crazy. He even staged a fake wedding in front of motherfuckers' faces. And they ain't seen him with them ladies since. Oh my God. Just now hit me. He staged a whole polygamous wedding. And Trip Cheese was like, you can't even do that. It's not even legal. And motherfuckers still, oh my God. He ain't got away with it. Ain't seen them ladies since. They even got the fuck away from it.
Pan-Africanism became the prince of panhandling and the king of scams. By the way, if y'all are enjoying this exposure so far and want to see more videos about this sort of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Love you all, family. Now back to the video. Before we dive into the money, let's talk about the lies that started it all. Dr. Umar Johnson, real name Jermaine Shoemake, built his entire brand on a foundation of deception. I am a blood relative of Frederick Douglass, he declared to audiences across the country. We have a family reunion every 2.
And if you was here last night, the head of the Frederick Douglass family stopped by last night. Shout out to Terrence Bailey for gracing us with his presence to come through and let us know that they don't know this nigga. He checked the bloodline, DNA, and family tree. He is not a part of the family tree. What he did was he read Frederick Douglass' book and found out about the cousin who was supposedly, allegedly his half brother, and inserted himself into that side of the family. And then when he checked the family tree on that side of the family, he's not aware on it. His grandma Sissy Pooh and grandma Betsy ain't in there.
Years. This wasn't just a casual claim. This was his entire credibility. The descendant of the great Frederick Douglass was here to save Black children. It was powerful. It was inspiring. It was also completely false. The Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives, led by actual descendants Kenneth B. Morris Jr. and Nettie Washington Douglass, issued an official statement in 2016.
Oh, what about Terrence?
We can say with 100% certainty that he is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. But Umar didn't stop there. He doubled down. So the family did something that should have ended his career right then and there. They got DNA tests. Johnson's father was tested against verified Frederick Douglass descendants. The results? No match. Zero genetic connection.
I told y'all, they got a DNA test from his father and with them. They are not related. They don't know that nigga. They don't know his family. He said he gets invited to the family reunions. Well, Terrence is the one who organizes the family reunion. If you go to my live stream last night, Terrence stopped by and said it. He organizes it. He never invited that nigga not once. He claimed he was Harriet Tubman's family too. They had to come out and be like, we don't know this nigga.
The science was clear. Dr. Umar Johnson is not related to Frederick Douglass in any way, shape, or form. So this man built his entire platform on a lie that can be proven false with a simple cheek swab. Back in 2014, with his fake Douglass connection established, Umar Johnson stepped onto stages across America with a message that hit every Black parent right in the heart. He painted a picture of salvation, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy for Black boys, a place where our sons would learn their true history, their royal heritage, their divine purpose. This is a revolution, Umar proclaimed. Black America listened. Grandmothers who remembered segregation saw justice. Young adults tired of waiting for change saw action. Dr. Umar Johnson had given us a dream worth fighting for. So when he asked for donations to make this dream reality, Black families across the nation opened their hearts and their wallets. The donations came flooding in. $20 from a single mother in Detroit, $500 from a grandfather in Atlanta, $1,000 from a professional couple in DC who'd been saving for their own children's education. By 2017, Dr. Umar had raised $375,989 through GoFundMe alone. But that was just the beginning. PayPal campaigns, speaking engagement contributions, private transfers. We're talking about over $1.6 million from working Black families who believed they were investing in their children's future. These were teachers, factory workers, nurses, barbers, people who sacrificed because they believed in the mission. The money was rolling in. Umar was living well. Constant travel, speaking engagements, a lifestyle funded by people who could barely afford their rent.
That much, bro. They taking you to jail. They taking you to prison. I like that avatar, Max.
You know they got you on camera.
Equable.
You know them feds is coming.
It's the Switchy. Shadow. Chris Pro.
You're going to jail now. Yeti Tuesday. Hey man, my joint will be here tomorrow. So I will be FaceTiming you when I get off work. You show me how to do it.
There was just one problem. Years kept passing, and no school was opening. In 2017, GoFundMe shut down his campaign.
You know what we actually found out last night from Terrence's video? I'm still wrapping my mind around that first scam. He convinced this dude to allow him to make that video, walk the campus. Well, he tricked him.
Under the premise that he was going to buy the school. He probably told him that he was going to take footage for the investors or whatever.
Right.
It's a common scam. Remember Jaguar Wright was crashing in not abandoned, but for rent houses. Because she got the key code to do a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Not for rent, for sale.
That's crazy.
It's a common tactic that scammers use. That's why he just shut everything down after that. He went out to St. Paul College because everybody was like, you should buy that one. You should buy that when it's already set up. All you got to do is move in. And so he went up there, did that video, and then everybody was like, you ain't buying that school, player.
Well,
he ain't got $1 million.
$3 million just to start out the bid.
4.
And he wasn't even asking for the start out money.
Yeah, that campus is huge though.
I know that's what
St. Paul College.
You know what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah, but see, those types of institutions, colleges, universities, usually the campus is gonna be a few $1 million.
Right.
Because you have the land itself and then you have the property on the land. Those are big commercial buildings. As long as that's the difference. See, St. Paul's College, all of the buildings were usable. All of the buildings were up to code. Like they had just moved out that mofo.
Right.
FBMG property, the former Moyer Academy, has not been an academy or a school of any kind for like a decade at least.
But the crazy thing about it is he used the same play. I don't see how nobody see the pattern. Oh, they didn't answer.
I keep telling you, it's not the same people. It's not the same people. Only that cluster that's always around them. The rest of the people rotate. Donate $5, never think about it again. That slot's open, somebody else slip in there, same thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. But he used the same play. Oh, I called him.
That's because he's an unimaginative scammer. And look, put him up against Polite. Polite was Hotep, then he was Hollywood, then he was Hotep again, Then he was a real estate agent. You know, he
He
changed
was a tax
he
attorney.
changed his persona to get a new audience. Umar, on the other hand, banks on people. It's always gonna be some desperate single women out there, and he's right, because it's always some desperate men and women out there. And those
Right.
are the ones that fund his coke-fueled fast food eating lifestyle.
Right.
And refunded $375,000 to donors. Why? Too many people were asking where the money was going and getting no answers. Around the
Pause.
same time, PayPal
That's the only definitive money you go get, $375,000 that he didn't get from the GoFundMe.
Right.
And that's when Umar lost his shit. Because gifts, donations.
froze over $100,000 in donations. The reason? Umar was soliciting tax-deductible donations without proper nonprofit status. That's illegal. Facebook suspended his main account for violations. One by one, the platforms that had made him rich were cutting him off. But did this stop Dr. Umar? Not at all. He just moved to Cash App and kept the money flowing.
Hit that Cash App. Let me see who on the Cash App. Where them donations at?
So when critics started,
That right there does not sit right with me to this very day. The fact that he was demanding this shit as if it's his dream. Why did people feel the need to facilitate his dream? Because he pushed it on them as if it was everybody's dream.
Hey, Lance.
demanding transparent accounting and realistic timelines, they were stepping into a minefield. Some people had been watching since the beginning. Voices in the community tried to warn us. Show us the budget. Give us a construction timeline. Let us see the permits, the contractor agreements, the educational plan. Simple questions, the kind you'd ask before investing in any legitimate project. YouTubers like Lean and Honor started investigating. Community members started asking questions. People who loved the idea but wanted to see actual progress. Where's the money going? Why won't you show us the books? When will children actually be sitting in classrooms?
And according to Malik, that right there was illegal.
Yeah.
Because his donors were asking to see the books. By law, you got 3 days.
I keep telling y'all, by law, if you have a nonprofit organization, if somebody asks to see your books, you have to. That's why I kept telling y'all about the website. Legitimate nonprofits, if you go to the About Us section, it's either the About Us section or it might have an investment section. And it shows you by quarter what the money is spent on. Because it's by law, just like doctors have to show you their degrees if you ask them.
Right. So he claims he's a doctor. So doesn't he have to show us his degree?
Yeah, but he told everybody to look it up. Africa first, bless up.
Oh, so he was just fucking up
Look,
all
it's
around.
a lot of laws that you can break and the police will not immediately come pick you up. That's the part that people don't seem to understand. It's some things that you can do that's illegal as hell. But as long as you don't push it too far, they won't come pick you up. That's why you have people like Umar. That's why you have people like Polite. That's why you have people like Bernie Madoff. You know, it goes across color lines. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. Some crimes, they aren't violent crimes. So the police won't instantly, and plus it takes a lot of footwork, a lot of man hours to go and investigate all this stuff. So they will leave it alone unless
It's worth the investigation now.
Well, yeah, but then you got to factor in it's still going to be a lot of legwork and a lot of man hours. I say wait till an election year. That's when they start throwing money around like it's free.
Dr. Umar Johnson responded to accountability differently than most legitimate leaders would. Dr. Umar attacked the questioners.
Oh, wait, pause.
Crabs in the barrel.
Now, see, the difference is if everybody that had donated money to Umar would have gone and complained either to their congressman, the Better Business Bureau, hell, even the IRS. Umar would have been investigated by now. But black people don't do that. Because that's turning your brother into the man.
Fuck that.
See, that's a perfect environment for scammers, though.
Exactly.
They can do what they want, and at the end of the day, they're not gonna go to jail because it's an affinity scam. So people are gonna look, oh, we can't send this black man to jail. I don't care if you hot pink with purple stripes and yellow polka dot. If you stealing, you stealing.
We've gotten to the point where even if a person is wrong, we don't want to see him go to jail. Fuck that. Like, for example, when niggas be talking about free the homie. The homie that blew up half the block, robbed everybody's grandma, shot 30 people. You still talking about free the homie. Fuck that nigga. He need to be in jail. I've been in so many arguments with niggas about that shit. My one homie from the hood, this nigga's a murderer. Straight cold-blooded murderer. I see niggas wearing t-shirts. I'm like, man, fuck him. They're like, what you mean? This nigga
He needs to be in jail. He out here killing people.
Man, fuck him. He's a murderer. I don't give a damn. Fuck it. I'm at an age where I'm a civilian. I'm a working class. You know, back when I was 18, I'm in them streets. That's different. But I'm a working class man, and I see the error in my ways, and I see the
but
error.
some people never see the error of their ways, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I abide by street laws on certain things.
Cause look, I put it to people like this. Remember, Polite did that cargo minium scam, took over that man whole thing persona on the internet, and when everybody got in touch with the dude, he was all ready to prosecute Polite. Until people, oh, you can't send a black man to jail, da 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 da. So he let Polite off. And what happened later on, a year or two later? Exactly. You can't give some people grace because they don't deserve it.
Right.
Carolina kid.
Trying to tear down a black kid, run into the white man and complain about the one brother trying to save our children. Did y'all like that impression? I try my best, gang. He turned legitimate concerns into racial betrayal. Question him, and you're working for white supremacy. Demand transparency, and you're a self-hating. The message was clear. Real black people don't question Dr. Umar Johnson. He weaponized our love for our people against our need for the truth. And when that didn't work, he got creative. In September 2021, he staged a fake polygamous wedding ceremony with 2 black women, live streamed on Instagram during his FDMG family festival. I'm not really getting married though.
He got away with a fake wedding.
Yeah, because bigamy is illegal. If he'd have married her for real, his ass has been in jail.
Yeah, but the fact that he did the shit.
Oh, and here go the other thing. The gangsters out here snitching more than the civilians is. It's time for us to get our ranks back, civilians. Go ahead and start snitching.
Fuck this gangster shit. The gangsters snitching more than anybody nowadays.
Young Thug done told on everybody and their mamas.
Right.
Scamming is an art form.
No, he did tell us the truth of who he was. He called himself Slime. What is
Slime? I told y'all something was wrong with that shit.
Person.
I told y'all sit up and talk about. I don't understand now. You have to understand that they on drugs. First, you have to understand that they on drugs, and then you have to understand that they are on a ridiculous amount of drugs, and they go to the studio like that.
They can afford drugs. You.
Yeah, I saw that Africa first, but look, they came in the game high. They came in the game high. You couldn't understand a goddamn word none of them motherfuckers said when they came. The only reason I understood it is because I was trapped for like 2 months listening to that shit.
I still don't understand what the fuck he said.
When Young Thug said he wanted a woman with Church's chicken thighs, I was done with it then.
That nigga's pimping and leading the South Level Center.
Ladies, he told the camera, it was pure theater, designed to generate buzz and donations. So the black community rallied around him even harder, defending him against critics.
You ain't seen no women since.
Because they peeled out like Homer in the bushes.
That should have let you know.
Sending even more money. And the strategy worked. Every time someone questioned Dr. Umar, 10 more people donated to prove their loyalty. Social media became a battlefield. Critics were called sellouts, but the money kept flowing to Dr. Umar's accounts. Meanwhile, the man himself was living well. Constant travel, speaking engagements across the country, a lifestyle funded by people who could barely afford their rent, but believed they were funding a revolution.
Oh, that was
but
him?
while Dr. Umar...
No.
That nigga.
Oh, wait, that's from that St. Paul's College video.
Or their rent, but
I'm
believed
not
they were
mistaken.
funding a lifestyle funded by people who could barely afford their rent, but believed they
Now
were
he trying to
funding
walk
a
like he bow-legged. That's why it looked weird.
But while Dr. Umar was building his brand,
is that a boogie?
It looked like a boogie.
That nigga got a whole cliffhanger. You ever seen,
and what's that on his? What's that on the sleeve of his? What's that on his arm? Is that suit toe up or is it busting at the seams?
It look like it.
I don't call him Dr. Lance. I refuse.
You ever
Hey,
seen the
Teron.
movie when they was hanging out the bottom of the nose? Whole cliffhanger.
They didn't buy that Pink Carolina kid. It came out that storage
would
room.
eventually expose his true character. As the years went on, stories began to surface about Dr. Umar's business practices. King Randall, who paid Dr. Umar $3,000 for a speaking engagement. Umar took the money, agreed to the date, then simply never showed up. Then there was the Chicago property.
That let you know that right there was a prime example of him not caring about young black boys. King Randall was 18, 19 when he did that shit.
Right, he don't give a damn.
But he cares oh so much about young black boys and scorched the shit out of a young black boy.
You can tell by the way he talked to children that he don't like children, let alone little black boys.
Nope.
Scam in 2017. Umar posted a video claiming to inspect Chicago public school property for purchase, but investigation revealed the corporation handling CPS sales called the video total fabrication and confirmed Johnson was not authorized to be on the property and may have been trespassing. Other contractors and collaborators came forward with similar stories. Money taken upfront, promises made, then silence when it came time to deliver. The pattern was becoming clear. Dr. Umar Johnson would take your money and deliver nothing in return. So when Pennsylvania state authorities started investigating his credentials, they uncovered even more troubling behavior. In 2017, the Pennsylvania State Board of Psychology launched a formal investigation into Dr. Umar Johnson for practicing psychology without proper licensing. The hearing occurred January 8th, 2018 in Harrisburg. Potential penalties, $10,000 per violation. Woo! Dr. Umar had been presenting himself as a psychologist on radio shows and in promotional materials, but investigators found he lacked the proper clinical psychology license for independent practice. During the hearing, Johnson defended himself by claiming he only represented himself as a school psychologist, but evidence included multiple radio interviews where he referred to himself simply as a psychologist.
That should have let him know he still claims he's a psychologist to this very day.
Yep, because we saw it on his IG last night.
That don't let you motherfuckers know that he's a fucking fraud. He got taken to court for claiming that he was a psychologist. Went to court, claimed that he never claimed that he was a psychologist, and then left court and claimed he was a psychologist again. This motherfucker was showing who he was the entire time. People just didn't want to believe it.
He didn't make no secret of it.
No, he surely did.
This wasn't just about technicalities. This was about a man misleading people about his qualifications while taking their money in trust. So when the city of Wilmington started demanding payment for basic property fees, Dr. Umar's pattern of avoiding financial responsibility was about to catch up with him in a very public way. Here's where the story gets really crazy. Dr. Umar claimed he bought the Delaware school buildings for $400,000 to $750,000 cash
That's a
with
lie.
donations. But public property records tell a different story. K-12 Management, Inc. is listed as the actual owner since 2017, not Dr. Umar Johnson.
Told y'all.
That's fucking ridiculous.
He got some kind of deal with K-12 management where he can use them buildings, but he was supposed to upgrade them and he never did. Plus, he ain't been paying the bills. Jaded.
That's fucking ridiculous.
You finally home? Good deal.
If he didn't outright buy the money, buy the buildings, right? He signed a contract, gave up a couple of hours. We already know. I'm just asking the question.
It was like $6 if I remember correctly.
You did say that. We did join on that, and you said he only bought it for a couple of dollars.
That's what I had heard.
A couple of dollars.
Like literally less than a tenner.
Literally.
It was some holistic college, Teron.
Where did the rest of the money go? Because he never made it. If you signed that contract, you should have had more than enough money for repairs. But he claimed that he couldn't get the task done because he didn't have enough money for the repairs.
Look, I keep telling y'all, as soon as somebody sent Umar $20, Umar was spending $20. There was no money to be had.
Yo, I'm telling you, Hector is riding around on Dayton's right now. Tinted windows. Riding spinners. He riding spinners.
Yeah, he done funded some dealer's child's ambition to go to private school.
Dripping.
For $400,000 to $750,000 cash with donations. But public property records tell a different story. K-12 Management, Inc. is listed as the actual owner since 2017, not Dr. Umar Johnson. By 2025, the buildings owed the city of Wilmington over $76,000 in unpaid water bills and vacant property registration fees. 4 years of bills that Dr. Umar simply ignored. For a man who claimed to have raised over $1.6 million.
Because he had no intentions on keeping the building, paying for the building. That's what I'm telling you. That nigga trying to take that money and go to God.
K-12 Management, Inc. is some kind of online school. Provides online education solutions for students in pre-K through 12. So this looks like he was trying to incorporate into something that was already worse as we listen.
Dollars should have been pocket change, but Dr. Umar had a different plan. He let the bills pile up, ignored the city's attempts to work with him, and waited for the inevitable. On August 5th, 2025, the city issued an auction notice. Pay up by August 25th or lose the building. But instead of paying the relatively small amount owed, Dr. Umar chose to create a whole new victim narrative. Dr. Umar went live on social media with a story that would make you laugh if it wasn't so insulting. He called for protest. He demanded boycotts. He painted himself as a victim of a racist conspiracy. There was just one problem. The city of Wilmington had receipts. So when Dr. Umar's accusations forced the city to defend itself publicly, they released communications that destroyed his entire narrative. The city of Wilmington provided a detailed timeline of their communications with him. October 2024, email sent requesting completion of waiver application. No response. January 2025, deadline for waiver application passed. No application received. April 2025, Dr. Umar submitted some documents, but not the required waiver application. April through August 2025, multiple follow-up attempts from finance department. No complete response. August 2025, due to continued non-payment and non-compliance, auction notice issued. The city offered payment plans. They sent reminders. They bent over backwards to
listen to all the content.
No application received. April 20, requesting completion of waiver application. No response.
They requested, let me go, October 20, 2024. This was a year ago. Requested waiver. They requested the waiver. He claimed that they didn't want to give it to him. But they hit him up and requested it. Like, yo, just sign this waiver. Basically, translation. Yo, just turn in the waiver. You ain't got to worry about none of these fees. They requested.
Yeah, anything to get some money. And he wasn't cooperating with nothing and nobody because he's Umar.
Yep.
Email sent requesting completion of waiver application. No response. January 2025. Deadline for waiver application passed. No application received. April 2025.
Deadline. No application received. He had the perfect scam, and he just fucked it up.
Dr. Umar submitted some documents, but not the required waiver application. April through August 2025. Multiple follow-up attempts from finance department. No complete response.
This sounds like a nigga that got too comfortable with his scam. This shows how dumb
he didn't have the proper paperwork to give them.
But this shows how dumb he believes the people are.
He thought he could just fly under their radar forever.
But it seems like I won't pay these bills. I won't submit nothing. Whatever happens, the people won't believe what I say. Not this time.
Okay, I'm gonna drop down because I'm yawning entirely too much.
I know. I got this video, maybe one more, and I'm done.
Okay.
I got one more video after this, and I'm done.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Appreciate you.
Continued non-payment and non-compliance. Auction notice issued. The city offered payment plans. They sent reminders. They bent over backwards to work with him. Dr. Umar Johnson didn't want to save the school. He wanted to lose it. But losing the building meant losing his main fundraising prop. So Dr. Umar needed a new scheme to keep the money flowing. With his credibility crumbling and his building being auctioned off, Dr. Umar Johnson launched his most degrading fundraising scheme yet. This man, who claimed to be building institutions for Black liberation, was now selling lunch dates to lonely women. The Prince of Pan-Africanism had become a discount dating service. He claimed...
Look at him. You can see it in his face. Look at the difference. Look, you can see the fat in his face in this one, right? Years ago. You see the fat in his face? Now watch when he get the beard. You can see all that fat right there is gone. Look at his face. Look at the difference. High. That crack took over.
The Prince.
37 people in the building. Hold on, let me check these likes. We only got 27 likes, 37 people in the building. Come on, family, get those likes up. Somebody took a like back? Damn. Get those likes up, family.
Of Pan-Africanism had become a discount dating service. He claimed his bank accounts were still frozen, so he needed donations just to survive. He was now begging for grocery money through Apple Pay and PayPal while promising dinner dates. A decade after promising to revolutionize Black education, Dr. Umar Johnson was reduced to selling himself. So, the Black community finally had enough evidence to see Dr. Umar Johnson for what he really was. 10 years, over $1.6 million raised, countless broken promises, the DNA test proving he lied about Frederick Douglass, GoFundMe shutting him down for fraud, PayPal freezing his accounts, the psychology board investigation, the fake property inspections, the building being auctioned off for unpaid bills, the ridiculous dating schemes, the communications from Wilmington proving he was lying about being ignored, the pattern of taking money and delivering nothing, over and over. Finally, the Black community started to wake up. Social media filled with people sharing their regrets about donating. YouTubers who had defended him began retracting their support. The consensus shifted from, give him a chance, to, we've been played. Dr. Umar Johnson had taught our community a valuable lesson. He taught us that charisma without accountability is manipulation. He taught us.
Hold up. Do we got a new member? Karen is a new member. Shout out to Karen. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Karen. I definitely need to give our memberships up. I think them joints here, I think they're like $2.99. Become a member.
That racial loyalty without transparency is exploitation. He taught us that good intentions without results are just expensive entertainment. Most importantly, he taught us to demand receipts before we give respect. The saddest part isn't that Dr. Umar Johnson.
Look, this is how you know you hot. Look at this shit.
Before we give respect. The saddest part.
Remember I was talking about them crack fumes? Put up, full mask. Remember I was telling you about them crack fumes yesterday? Them crack fumes? That's why that shit look like that. That's why there's a bald patch right there. And his hair sticking together. That's crack fumes. It sticks to your hair. It burns it out. That's why his locks never really locked. That's why it never really was. At first, it looked like he was just twisting it himself. Then, as time went on, you can tell that's not locks. That's crack fumes sticking to your hair and burning it out. That's why some are longer than the others.
Part isn't that Dr. Umar Johnson scammed people. Scammers have always existed. The real tragedy is what that money could have accomplished. $1.6 million could have funded after-school programs in dozens of communities. It could have provided scholarships for hundreds of Black students. It could have supported existing Black schools struggling to keep their doors open. It could have funded mentorship programs, tutoring services, community centers, real programs with real results helping real children. Instead, it funded one man's lifestyle and ego for a decade. There are real Black educators doing amazing work right now with a fraction of what.
He could at least start a business or something, bro. Where did the money go? At least Tariq Nasheed opened up a night museum, and a nightclub. My nigga, you just straight smoked the shit. There's no other explanation. You just straight snorted it. Every last bit of it.
Umar raised teachers in underfunded schools, community organizers running after-school programs, mentors working with at-risk youth. They're the real heroes, and they got nothing while a con man got rich. Dr. Umar Johnson's decade-long con should teach our community some important lessons. Demand transparency from day one. Any legitimate organization will happily show you their books, their timeline, their concrete plans. If they won't, walk away. Question anyone who won't accept questions. Real leaders welcome accountability. Fake leaders hide behind racial loyalty and victim narratives. Verify family heritage claims. DNA tests are cheap and easy. If someone's building their credibility on family connections, make them prove it. Support existing successful programs over flashy new promises. There are Black organizations doing amazing work right now that need your support. Find them. Fund them. Remember that calling out fraud protects Black people. The people who tried to warn us were trying to protect our community, not tear it down. Judge Lee.
Facts. People like me, people like Knee Slap, people like other channels that do this shit, we're doing it to help the Black community. And when our job is done, we're going to move to promoting Black leaders. See, that's the part that everybody don't see about our channels. When I first came out, I was promoting Black leaders. I was having third eye talk. I was promoting Black leaders. But when I saw the shit in shambles, we need to weed out we need to pick the weeds out this motherfucker. Then, only then can we promote our Black leaders. We don't need no Black leaders. Be honest with you. But if one does show up that is legit, I will be the first to promote that man. I will be the first to promote that. But until then, we gotta get these niggas out of here, man. And my job ain't done until they all out.
Is by what they build, not what they say. Results matter more than rhetoric. Dr. Umar Johnson's story is ending.
Results matter.
Is just beginning.
And
We've
you
learned
should
that
know
we can't
results.
afford to waste our resources on fraudsters. Our community's money and trust are too precious. We've learned that real liberation requires real work, real accountability, and real results. We've learned that the loudest voice in the room isn't always the right voice to follow. Most importantly, we've learned that we don't need a savior. We need to save ourselves with transparency, accountability, and support for programs that actually work. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy was never going to open because it was never supposed to open. It was designed to be a perpetual promise, a permanent fundraising tool, a fantasy that could generate real money without delivering real results. But our children deserve more than fantasies. They deserve real schools, real programs, real opportunities. And we're going to give them those things by building real institutions with real accountability. Dr. Umar Johnson didn't fail to build a school. He succeeded in building exactly what he intended, a personal ATM machine powered by our people's hope. But his success has become our education. We know better now. We demand better now. And we're going to do better now. No more fake prophets. No more charismatic con men. No more empty promises. From now on, we support organizations that show us their work, not just their vision. We fund programs that have students in classrooms, not just buildings in disrepair. We invest in leaders who welcome questions, not those who attack questioners. The age of the false prophet is over. The age of real work begins today. If this video opened your eyes to Dr. Umar Johnson's decade of deception, please share it with someone who needs to see the truth. And if you know of legitimate Black educational programs doing real work in your community, drop their information in the comments below.
Oh, y'all. Here it is. This is the video I want to play.
RICO case under wraps. Boom.
The rumors about Dr. Umar Johnson allegedly being arrested, all because he been scamming and scheming for the past 20 years. He been working on building the school, but he acquired millions and the school's still not up and running.
According to IRS Form 990, the filings reveal disturbing financial irregularities, okay, with Jermaine Sherman. That's how he files it. He doesn't file it under Dr. Umar Sherman. It's Jermaine. Okay?
Bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. They had no record of my account.
So the FBI just came crashing down on Dr. Umar's empire with brand new federal charges that could keep him locked up for decades. We're talking RICO, tax fraud, wire fraud, the kind of stuff that can flip your whole world upside down overnight. And get this, the feds claim they've got solid receipts linking straight back to the donations he pulled in under the banner of building his long-promised school. Dr. Umar is reportedly scrambling right now because this isn't one of those moments where slick speeches or fiery lectures can save him. The internet is buzzing with one burning question: is Dr. Umar truly a fraud, or has someone carefully set him up as a fall guy in a much bigger game? Before diving deeper into the exact charges, let's rewind to the very moment he realized he was getting locked up, because the scene was nothing short of wild.
Like, Dr. Umar is not a real person that anybody should be taking any advice from. I hope that we all understand that, but it seems like some folks are surprised.
According to witnesses, he did not handle it well at all. In fact, Dr. Umar jumped on Instagram Live and went off in one of his most chaotic rants to date. He screamed about how the system is always plotting to break down an innocent Black man who's only trying to uplift his people. Now, of course, his loyal supporters have heard him play the victim card before, but this time felt totally different. The man was visibly shaken, sweating, stammering, pacing like his whole world had just collapsed in real time.
And I said that the other day. I said that he do, now that I look back at it, he do looked really disturbed, like he was scrambling. Like he was really scrambling. Do y'all think that the people came and knocked on that door and let him know what was going on? Hold on. What y'all think in the comment section? Do y'all think them people really knocked on that man's door and let him know? Hey. Hey. He said stop supporting Bigfoot, ladies. Oh, wait. We got to stop supporting this Bigfoot. That AI Bigfoot, I totally support. That motherfucker funny. That AI Bigfoot, hold on, let me grab this remote control. That AI Bigfoot, I support. He could take my money. That motherfucker funny. If that AI Bigfoot start asking for donations, I'm donating. That motherfucker funny. At least I'm getting something out of that. Whole bunch of laughter. Y'all seen that AI Bigfoot? The one that keeps finding cocaine in the forest? That motherfucker funny.
Time. Instead of that usual fiery confidence, he came across as someone who had just escaped something deeply traumatic. Dr. Umar went on a wild rant about his accounts being frozen. And now we know exactly why. Those very same accounts are at the center of the federal fraud case that could have him sitting down for decades. At the time, nobody fully understood what was happening. But later, it became clear he recorded that video right after the feds told him to turn himself in. If you rewatch closely, you can literally see the moment it hit him that his whole operation was on the verge of crumbling. According to insiders, Dr. Umar eventually did surrender himself to the authorities.
Has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there,
what if it was, though, the FBI that froze his accounts? And the only reason why he's saying that his bank accounts are unfrozen is because he's getting donations again. You said pull it up? Hold on. AI Bigfoot finds cocaine in the forest. Oh, tell Max to put it in the chat. That shit, hold on. Here it go. Here it go. This Umar right here. This Umar right here.
Yo, found some booger sugar in a hiker bag. Warning said do not touch, so I touched it with my nostrils. My snoot is booted, baby. I could outrun time. I'm geeked, like vibrating through dimensions geeked. That bark just whispered my ex's name. The Anunnaki built this forest. I sniffed a dimension. It barked back. Yo.
He said the Anunnaki built this forest.
Found some booger sugar in a hiker bag. Warning said do not touch, so I touched it with my nostrils. My snoot is booted, baby. I could outrun time. I'm geeked, like vibrating through dimensions geeked. That bark just whispered my ex's name. The Anunnaki built this forest. I sniffed a dimension. It barked back.
Yo, whoever came up with this Bigfoot is a fucking genius. Hold on, let me see if I can find another one. Oh, there we go.
No way, boys. I just found lunch.
I think you guys call that stuff flour. Tastes like ass.
That was not flour. That tree just blinked at me. I think I just made eye contact with the fourth dimension. Shh. I see trout, boys. Big ones. Rainbow coated. They're flying to me. Boys, I'm tripping balls. Don't eat the bags of white stuff buried in the ground. It's not flour.
Yo, whoever came up with this shit is genius. Whoever came up with this shit is a fucking genius. But that's Umar. He said, Anunnaki built this forest. Yo, whoever came up with it, and it's just regular motherfuckers that's out there doing the video, then they AI the Bigfoot fur on themselves. Because when they did this drawing where a Bigfoot finds he finds some clippers and he shaves himself, and you can see the person who's really doing it.
Loyal supporters, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
But not without trying to control the narrative first. He allegedly told his tight inner circle that he wanted everything handled in silence. No cameras, no photos, no official statements, no press releases. He wanted the world to think nothing was happening, hoping the situation would fade away quietly. The fear was obvious. If the public caught him in handcuffs, that polished image of community leader could collapse overnight. But here's where it gets even messier. What Umar didn't see coming was the feds dropping bombshell documents of their own. These weren't just papers. They were the kind of files that could stain his reputation forever. And just as he tried to keep his arrest and RICO case under wraps, boom, Tasha K popped up with her trademark energy. Tasha K tore into Dr. Umar's empire in a recent YouTube video, and she did not hold back. She laid out receipts about what he's really been doing with that so-called charity organization, and it was nothing short of explosive. Tasha started by peeling back the layers on his long-promised school, and here's why that detail matters so much. The FBI's indictment actually lists the missing donations tied to that school as core evidence for both the fraud and racketeering charges. This wasn't casual gossip. She came with facts, figures, and names that made the story impossible to ignore. According to her breakdown, Dr. Umar has been quietly skimming off donated funds for his own personal lifestyle while dodging accountability every step of the way. She claimed he deliberately refused to keep proper records of donations to avoid taxes. And that's exactly why the feds swooped in. The way she put it, the paper trail tells the story louder than his speeches ever could. And it's ugly.
Africanism, brothers and sisters. I'm back again.
What are you talking about, Dr. Shaby Jr.? You said, is this real or just AI? Are you talking about the Bigfoot or this video I'm playing right now? They both AI, but that's why I asked the question. Do y'all think that the feds really came to him? That's why I'm asking the question. I'm asking y'all, what do y'all think about this? Because Umar just posted on his Instagram yesterday. But that doesn't mean that the feds didn't, come and question him before they make their arrest, because they do question you before they make their arrest. That's why I'm doing this live stream. How do y'all feel? Do y'all think that, the folks came and pulled up on his bumper? No, you don't got Denzel with dreadlocks. Holy shit. What movie was that? That's that face. It looked like he just said huh. You know how Denzel do the That's what that picture looked like. Where's my money, Umar? All right, okay. Where's my money, Umar? I'm talking to you. I want to see my money, Umar.
While I was on the live, the children had snuck into the school. which means they knew the door was unlocked. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. For children to know that a door is...
Was he in the Matrix? Oh, Matrix-like movie. I was gonna say, what the fuck was he on? I know Jada Pinkett was on that motherfucker. I didn't know he was. But what Matrix-like movie? What's the movie called? The only thing that matters is what's going to happen. Oh, Virtuosity. Yeah, you right. Yeah, I forgot all about that. I didn't know Denzel was on Virtuosity. Yeah, you gotta do the hand with it. that's the signature move with the hand, the two fingers. Whenever he does this, he can say the dumbest shit and it'll seem powerful because he went like this. I want cheese on my cheeseburger. Don't you put no goddamn mayonnaise on my burger. That nigga can say anything. That shit sound powerful. Long as he doing this. Long as he do the two-finger drop. I call it the Denzel two-finger drop. Long as he doing that, that shit sound powerful. That nigga can say anything. You dog right. You take them panties off right now, goddammit. We said that wasn't Jet Li. It was a lookalike, but you good, fam. This is a great movie. You gotta watch it. Yeah, I'm about to find out what you're talking about. I've heard Virtuosity. I've heard of that. I remember in the 90s. I was like 6 years old when that joint came out. Yeah, he was in that movie. Might have to check that. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out when I'm done. He said it's more like lean on me with face I don't love. Yeah, I was only like 6. I was only like 6. Was it 96? Yeah, I was 6. But Denzel can say anything. Doing this, that shit sound powerful. This is alpaca. You block that shit. That shit sound like he gave a Martin Luther King speech about that rug. I'm about to start doing that with my kids. Look, I told you to pick these goddamn clothes up. I'm about to start using the Denzel two-finger drop on niggas. That's what we gonna call it. The Denzel two-finger drop.
Is opened. And I was only away from the school for 30 days.
Now, for context, Doctor, Umar has...
But go ahead, yo. I want y'all to try this. Bust up in the room on your girl, your wife, fiance, whoever you with. Just bust up in the room. Be like, all right, you gonna give me some of that coochie tonight? You ain't gonna tell nobody. Bust up in the room doing the Denzel. All right, okay. You gonna drop them panties tonight? See if that worked. Let me know how it went in the comment section. I want y'all to put it. Hey Remy, I tried the two-finger drop on it last night. It worked.
Been collecting money for this school for years, and it's not like he had some personal nest egg to put into the project. Nope, every single dime has been pulled straight from the public. And despite all the hype, he has never once been transparent about how much came in or where it all went. Instead, he gets on camera and aggressively demands that African Americans abandon the public school system and pour their funds into his vision. A vision that, according to Tasha's receipts, looks more like a bottomless pit than a dream. When it comes to his so-called school, plenty of folks called it what it really looked like, a grift. Even the name of the school was a giant red flag. Dr. Umar has long claimed he's a descendant of Frederick Douglass, but here's the catch. He's never proven it. And the actual Douglass family has never
I'm gonna try it as soon as I'm done.
Acknowledged him as their bloodline. That shaky claim alone had people side-eyeing his project from the start. but not everyone saw it that way.
To IRS Form 990. The filings reveal disturbing financial irregularities, okay, with Jermaine. That's how he files it. He doesn't file it under Dr. Umar. It's Jermaine, okay? Now, the nonprofit shows assets of $634,436 as of 2024. This is what he's saying that he raised. This is what he reported.
Many supporters, hoping for a brighter future for their kids, donated their
Hold
hard-earned.
on. Look, this is
Many
what
supporters.
Crack fumes. Put it up full mass. You remember what I was talking about? I'm gonna do a lesson on that. Crack fumes. You see that right there? You see that? Crack fumes. That's why his hair all look all wild and wicked like that. Crack fumes. It sticks to your hair, leaves little white blotches. Like, you ever see dry grease or dry gel in people's hair? That's what it look. Umar don't use nothing in his hair. Crack. What was making his hair lock? Crack fumes. That's why he got little gaps in between it, because it's burning some of that shit out and sticking to it. Crack fumes. So we know where it went. Up his nose, down his lungs. If he couldn't find it hard, he got it soft. If he couldn't find it soft, he got it hard. No did he. I'm talking about crack cocaine. Hold on. Every time y'all sent y'all donations, let me tell you what Umar did. Let me show you what Umar did. Let me show you what Umar did. Every single time y'all sent Umar donations, you know what he did when he went back to Philly? He skipped down the street doing this.
And how much Dr. Roxo get for this slop? Hurry up, baby. I got something to do. Guess what? Okay. Yoo-hoo! You know what I do, baby, and I'm doing it. Snorting cocaine. Hey, Johnny Hot Dog, guess what I just did? Cocaine! He didn't even answer. Hey, Shine Boy, wanna check me out do some of this here? Cocaine! Hey, Mr. Zoo Animal, check this out. Cocaine! Hey, little boy with the balloon, check this out. Cocaine, don't tell nobody. Hey, Mr. Police, uh-oh.
You know what else he did? This is literally what he did. This is literally what he did to the black community. This is the best representation of what Umar Johnson did to the black community. First, he stuck his hand in the black community pocket, and then when we woke up and found out what he was doing, this is what he said.
I do cocaine.
One more time.
I do cocaine.
This is exactly what he did to the black community.
I do cocaine.
Don't scream now. don't scream now. I do cocaine. Don't tell nobody. Yeah, little boy with the balloon. Cocaine. Don't scream now.
Hoping for a brighter future for their kids, donated their hard-earned cash to the cause. And yet, after years of promises, the school's doors have never opened. Every single time the supposed opening date creeps closer, some mysterious obstacle suddenly pops up. Maybe it's bad luck, or maybe, as critics are now pointing out, it's Umar himself constantly creating new excuses to stall. The latest delay wasn't just suspicious. Prosecutors are now using it as direct proof that Umar staged setbacks to cover up those missing donations. In June, he conveniently reported that the school had been vandalized, with the library's cultural artifacts and educational supplies destroyed. Sounds serious, right? Except here's the twist. The building structure was left perfectly intact. Nothing stopped him from actually opening, other than the damage that seemed just severe enough to buy him more time. And to top it off, Umar tried to sell this story harder by filming himself interrogating a group of kids on camera, like they were the culprits behind the so-called vandalism. Let's not forget, Umar posted that so-called vandalism video without even getting consent from the kids' parents, which raised a whole other set of questions. Police didn't uncover anything concrete either, and the only evidence the public saw was that short, shaky clip. And let's be real, it didn't look like the kind of destruction that would shut down an entire school opening for a full year. Something just wasn't adding up, and the internet was quick to call it out. One viral comment captured the mood perfectly. Where's the proof of this alleged vandalism? Were you insured? Why haven't you posted even one clear photo of the damage? Or is the real vandalism?
Didn't show nothing. You know what he showed? One of those goddamn rooms that he did not clear out yet. He needed an excuse. Oh, shout out to Shadow. Some ran a kickoff return. Hold on, let me watch this real quick. I'll let this rock out wide.
You and this whole project, another person chimed in.
Okay, now you know he go begging inside of that car without a haircut every other day or on the side of the building in which he lives in, because they say his house is right there on a row house in Philadelphia somewhere. Okay, according to the IRS filings, this is inconsistent reporting of contributions. Okay, now while official filings show that only $321,408 in total contributions over the last 5 years, evidence suggests Johnson raised significant.
Hold on, Shadow. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh, and he going. Oh, and he going.
More through other channels.
Pointing out how flawed Umar's
Yo, hey Shadow, your son shook the shit out of that young boy that last right when he got to the end zone. He had a ooh, get off me. Ew. That boy going places. Oh, that young boy going places.
Explanation about frozen accounts sounded, especially to people familiar with the banking system. The crowd wasn't buying it, and skepticism spread like wildfire online. You and this whole project, another person chimed in.
Okay, now you know he go begging inside of that car without a haircut every other day or on the side of the building in which he lives in, because they say his house is right there on a row house in Philadelphia somewhere. Okay, according to the IRS filings, this is inconsistent reporting of contributions. Okay, now while official filings show that only $321,408 in total contributions over the last 5 years, evidence suggests Johnson raised significantly more through other channels.
Pointing out how flawed Umar's.
Hell yeah, you only reported 300,000 in 5 years? Get the fuck out of here. You raised 200 grand in how many months for that first school?
Explanation about frozen accounts sounded, especially to people familiar with the banking system. The crowd wasn't buying it.
Hold on, let me show it. Hold on. Let me show it real quick. I gotta show my nephew up here doing his thug fizzle. Hold on. I gotta show my nephew up here doing his thug fizzle. He shook the shit out of that young boy in the last play. Ooh, get off me. There you go. Hold on, let me make it big. He shook the shit out of that young boy. Ooh, get off me. Hold on. He think he coached, as I said, he think he coached Prime. Ooh, get off me.
Send me the link.
That's turf. That shit rough. I ain't gonna lie. If they playing on turf, that shit rough. Oh, they make it big. Oh, shit. Right, you gonna shake the shit out of the young boy at the end. Ooh, you know what I mean? You gonna hit the sideline on him too. Oh, we fast forward. Oh wait, where is that? Oh, where is that? Oh, where's that? I just watched it. Oh, here it goes.
Right there,
You help me. Why are you always the littlest nigga on the field? Oh, you sending it to me now? Hold on.
What?
He said, that boy fast. Slapper Dapper. Dapper Slap. What's up with you? Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me go back. This is the joint I was looking at. Right here. We gonna shake the shit out of this young boy. Get off me. Here we go. He in the black. Watch this shit. He in the black right here. Get off me. God damn, we got up there quick. Whoop! Get off me. Hold on. Here we go. Whoop! Get off me. Hold it, run it back. Whoop! Whoop! Get off me. With the boy in the black. Whoop! Get off me. He shook the shit out of that young boy. Whoop! Oh, one more time for those in the back who can't see it. I put it up full mask. That's a full mask. Watch this young boy go up this sideline so fucking quick. Watch he hit the boy right here. Whoop! Get off me. Let me run it back. Shadow, who got the camera? They terrible. You supposed to zoom in. He got it right here. Right up the sideline. Whoop! Get off me. You hit him with the Oh, it's his mom. Oh yeah, we gotta talk to Mama Shadow. We gotta talk to Mama Shadow. You supposed to zoom in on that. Eating with the Reggie Bush. You get off me. I ain't gonna lie, that boy on the other team was burners. The white jersey that scored that touchdown, afterburners. But your son just as fast as he is. Them motherfuckers is fast. He ain't have the cut moves like your son though. Hit that, get off me. And then shook the bull off in the end zone. Yeah, yo, my fucking nephew Scored 3 touchdowns last my brother's son scored 3 touchdowns his last game. I'm like, damn, man, he's making. And he wrestled too. I saw his wrestling match. I was like, come on, man, you can't send me this shit. You know I'm emotional. He's just as good as I was. Nah, he ain't got my technique, but he got the speed. He got the speed. All I need to do is teach him that technique. He gonna be dangerous.
Like wildfire online. Then, only a few weeks later, the truth about the mysterious vandalism and the school delay finally came out. And this time, Umar couldn't spin his way out of it. Turns out, the real issue had nothing to do with broken bookshelves or damaged supplies. According to reports, Umar had been failing to pay vacant property registration fees and utility bills for months. That's right. The building was in trouble not because of vandals, but because of unpaid bills stacking up like crazy. It got even worse. Insiders revealed that the property itself was on the verge of being put up for auction. By August 25th, 2025, if Umar didn't come up with the cash, the building he'd been calling his future school would be gone. When the news about unpaid bills hit, Dr. Umar did what he always does, jumped straight into defense mode. He claimed those property dues were nothing but punitive, discriminatory fees designed to force him to shut down the school.
No problem, bro. No problem, bro. Anytime I get to showcase my nephew's talents, I'm gonna showcase it. What you got? That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta support the fam. You gotta support the fam. You show me support, I gotta show him some support.
Then, in classic Umar fashion, he flipped the script to make himself look like the target of a grand conspiracy. He begged his supporters for fresh donations, framing it as a fight to protect his dream.
That's what his hair is screaming.
He begged his support.
That's what that dude is screaming. I need some crack. Cocaine. That's what that hairdo is screaming. Cocaine.
Orders for fresh donations, framing it as a fight to protect his dream and resist the system. But according to Tasha K, this wasn't about keeping the lights on. It was about buying himself time and dodging jail. And if you thought Tasha's first round of receipts was
well, I think that I'm sorry. I think this is true. I mean, I think this is true. I think them folks tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, you know we've been watching, right? You know we know what's going on, right? It's only a matter of time. Go ahead and get your affairs in order." I think they gave him a grace period. One of my theories. Look, man, you want to go ahead and get your affairs in order because we done built enough evidence to put your ass away for a very long time. Unless you got some evidence of somebody else to give, you're gonna go to jail. And you know that you deserve it. We taking your ass to jail.
Explosive. The next revelation took things to a whole new level.
For children to know that the door was open and I was only away from the school for 30 days. For children to know the door was open and I was only away from the school for 30 days.
My nigga, like I said, you supposed to have a security system, right? And you claim you locked it. Either these kids is Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, or you was a goddamn lie. Let me repeat myself. You supposed to, let me make myself big on this one too. Mr. Umar. Big Fat Tune Day. Green Moose, Globber Juice, Neck Tune Day. Either you're supposed to have a security system. So either these kids are Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, or you fucking lying. And I'm going with the latter on this one. You fucking lying. Blink, blink, blink. Blinkety, blink, blink. Ain't that what you like to do? Repeat things 3 times, then blink, 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 blinkety, blink, blink. That's what you do. That's what I'm telling you.
I wonder when they broke in.
I bet you do. You wonder when they broke in because you're trying to think of a lie.
I wonder when they broke in because if the children already know the door was open.
That's because leaked federal documents surfaced, and they didn't just mention his school fund. They dragged his entire PayPal hustle into the spotlight. The report laid it out plain. Umar allegedly pulled in over $1.5 million in donations through GoFundMe and PayPal campaigns tied to different charity causes. The school was only one piece of the puzzle. He's been pushing other community-focused missions for years, claiming they would uplift Black families everywhere. But here's the kicker. Nobody can point to a single clear achievement or outcome from those campaigns. The money came in heavy, but the results practically invisible. And just like clockwork, every time critics pressed him about accountability, he popped up online with another fiery video. The storyline never changes. Umar warns his supporters that the system is out to destroy him, that he's the victim of a witch hunt, and that the real danger is falling for their tricks. For years, Umar's tactics worked like a charm until people finally started pressing him with questions he just couldn't answer. The heat turned all the way up when Charleston White called him out directly, accusing him of preying on Black women through emotional manipulation.
GoFundMe campaigns, all right, that he's been suspended from through 2014 and 2015 of over $400,000.
Tiggle bitties. Oh, I'm sorry. You say something? What's going on? We talking about titties. I mean Umar, right? It's like now. Every time I see that video, we talking about titties. I mean Umar, right? Yeah, he did it. Anybody else got a taste for milk and cookies? No, just me. All these men in the chat. You ain't get a taste for milk and cookies? Oh, it's just me, right? Fuck all y'all. Don't throw me under the bus. Fuck all y'all.
Raised before the account suspension. That's a lot of money for GoFundMe, okay? PayPal donations, approximately $125,000 documented. Speaking fees and direct donations, estimated $750,000. Smith raised all this money and ain't got a haircut yet.
Charleston straight up said Umar plays the role of protector and ally, but in reality, he's just pandering to women so he can pocket their cash. And honestly, Charleston wasn't lying.
I ain't gonna lie. You go back to that live stream. I wasn't joking. I could not concentrate on nothing that she was saying. Nothing. Them titties was tittying. Them things was thanging. Like Lance said, them things was thanging.
Umar has built his brand by parading himself as the ultimate defender of Black women, even going so far as to blast men like Jonathan Majors for dating outside the race. But here's the contradiction. The moment women dare to question him about his projects or missing funds, he flips the script and insults them. That hypocrisy didn't go unnoticed, and people started calling him out louder than ever before. What makes this moment even crazier is that it's no longer just critics or so-called haters taking shots at him. Even some of his former supporters, the very people who once stood behind him, are backing away. They're quietly pulling back their donations, unfollowing him on social media, and demanding receipts he still refuses to show. Others have gone public, flat out labeling him a fraud and saying it's time the community stopped protecting him. And then came the shocker. One particular supporter, someone who had long been in his corner, suddenly switched sides and spoke out against him. The bombshell came from none other than Umar's close friend and longtime ally, Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah, I don't like that channel. Oh yeah. I don't like these titties. I mean, channel. I don't like this channel because he got shit all fucked up. Tariq been going at that nigga for the last 5 to 10. They've been turned on each other. And even though I believe Tariq is no better than Umar, at least he built something tangible. I mean, the shit is only benefiting him. But he did what he said he was going to do. I can't take that from him. He did what he set out to do. Even though that motherfucker ain't benefiting the black community, it's only benefiting him. He built what he said he was going to build. He was going to build. Umar didn't do that. But they've been beefing. He made it seem like he just was fucking with Umar the whole time. And titties, I mean, they just started beefing. Titties, I mean.
Total estimated funds 1.6 to 2 million that they can account for, and this is with them digging. They've been on this, okay, and we're going to talk about how much they've been on this, and that's the reason why that damn school is on the auction block right now, vacant school that never opened.
I mean, this is why I believe him, because Tasha K ain't gonna say the feds is on your ass if they ain't on your ass. She not gonna say the titties, I mean the feds is on your ass if they ain't on your ass.
And he promised to open it in 2013 and kept pushing back the opening date and blamed us, well, not me, y'all, if y'all donated, as to why it can't open. Because
he had the nerve to blame them titties. I mean, had the nerve to blame the black titty, the black community for his fuck ups.
Black people can't stick together, okay? Even though he was running it like a mom and pop.
Tariq recently sat down with DJ Vlad for an interview, and let's just say he didn't sugarcoat a thing. When Vlad asked about Umar's antics, Tariq admitted that in the beginning, he truly believed in the school project. That detail alone hit hard, because if even Umar's closest allies are now siding with the FBI's narrative, then maybe this was never about education at all. Maybe it really was about fraud. Tariq revealed he personally donated a large sum of money to the school, buying into the dream of a Pan-African institution for the community. At first, it sounded like something powerful, something the culture could rally around. But over time, his confidence crumbled. He explained how Umar started chasing clout, creating social media drama, and diving into wild conspiracies instead of focusing on the mission. That shift was the first red flag. Then came the final straw, a falling out between the two men. Tariq said he tried to pull Umar back in line, cautioning him about staying disciplined and focused on the school vision. Instead of listening, Umar doubled down on the chaos. And during the interview, you could literally watch Tariq wrestle with the reality. Someone he once respected was showing himself to be shady, distracted, and maybe even manipulative. But here's where it gets even more intense. Tariq hinted that Umar wasn't just slipping on his own. According to him, Umar had already been sitting on the FBI's radar for years without even realizing it. What's wild is that the first serious strike against Dr. Umar, the moment that put him on the FBI's radar, didn't even involve money. Back in 2018, the State Board of Psychology came for him hard, accusing him of practicing without a license.
And Umar Johnson, and I don't know what's going on with his school, but I know that
you know what's
like
going on with the school. It ain't been built. Shit, ain't nobody seen the classroom. Just seen the flag hanging out, flying in front of that.
They've been talking about it for
he got plenty of flags.
15 years or something like that.
Yeah. He been lying. And results is everything.
Yeah.
Results is everything. I ain't know.
He ain't lying. Charleston ain't lying. Results are everything. That's what I mean by Tariq and Chi actually building his school. Results is everything. He built his shit. But you know what I noticed this channel been doing? He's been putting out the same video for the past 2 days, but just renaming it.
I was built nothing begging other than Joel Osteen, but his daddy passed him to church.
Shit, you was begging too. See, this is what I don't get about this nigga here. Nigga, you was getting grants from the government. That's bagging, nigga. The same thing. The green one.
Yeah, that is true.
His daddy paid. I ain't never seen him feel nothing big.
That wasn't just embarrassing, it was damaging because it set a pattern of deception that prosecutors now point to as proof he's been running smoke and mirror scams for years. As expected, Umar denied it all and claimed he was being unfairly targeted. He leaned on his usual playbook, painting himself as the victim of a bigger conspiracy. He even complained that his Facebook and GoFundMe accounts were mysteriously suspended for no reason, turning those setbacks into rants designed to make his supporters pity him. And for a while, it worked. People felt sorry for him and kept defending his every move. But the receipts told a totally different story. There are countless videos online of Umar presenting himself.
It don't matter how many receipts we pull out. See, the one thing people don't is these YouTubers slash hoteps slash activists slash black leaders, they have something called a core following. In a core follow, I'm gonna let you know what a core following is. Motherfuckers that don't give a fuck what that person did. They can take their dick out and slap you in the face with it on camera. They still gonna follow them. They can say whatever, do whatever, and they're still going to follow them. They're still going to support them. They're still going to donate to them. Now that core following might get small, but there's always a core following. We've seen this with Young Pharaoh. We've seen this with Polite. We've seen this with everybody. He still has a core following that's going to support him. It ain't going to be the life that he had. It ain't going to be that life that he had. But it's going to be people that still donate.
Like a certified shrink, dropping psychological terms and using that image of expertise to make people trust him with their money. He leaned into the role so hard that it became one of his biggest tools for keeping donations flowing. And let's not forget, he even self-published a book to back up the persona psychoacademic Holocaust, the special education and ADHD wars against black boys. He used that book as evidence of his knowledge, selling it to the community as a blueprint for fighting the system, when in reality, it also doubled as a sales pitch to keep the cash rolling in. Umar's book pushed the idea that mental illnesses and learning disabilities were being misdiagnosed in black communities as a way to keep children trapped in the system. But then a few years later, he made a video claiming that ADHD and mental illnesses weren't even real. That contradiction was a huge red flag. How can you push yourself as an expert on psychology 1 minute, then turn around and deny the very field you're pretending to represent? It exposed him as not just inconsistent, but possibly running other operations that could hurt the very people he claimed to be saving. When federal investigators finally stepped in, they peeled back every layer of his empire, and what they found wasn't pretty. The so-called academy, the frozen accounts, the shady fundraising, even the bogus psychology claims, every single piece of the puzzle pointed toward a man who wasn't what he presented himself to be. What he thought were buried secrets are now front and center, lined up as evidence in a federal case. And here's the part that has people talking. The feds are not backing down this time. His supporters are jumping ship, and the receipts are stacking higher by the day. Unless some miracle happens, Doctor. Umar isn't walking back into his so-called Pan-African Academy with victory speeches. He's walking straight into a courtroom, facing the reality of a crumbling empire that might never rise again. So, what do you think was Dr. Umar running the business?
All right, y'all. That's where I'm shutting this down at. That's where I'm stopping this. I was too tired for work this morning, so I'm stopping this here. I'm stopping this here. We had 2 hours anyway. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, rocking with your boy. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow night. I ain't guaranteeing that. If it's something to go live about, I will. But yeah, I hope and pray that they finally lock his black ass up in the biggest hole that they can fucking find. But you never know. These government officials is KKK members, a lot of them. So they probably like, yeah, we got a nigger that's fighting on our side. So I don't know. But shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I said, every live stream is y'all who make these lives lit. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby. Remy on my aunt. You were just tuned in to Rim Rum TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then, you better be careful there, little buddy.